Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new Bat Friends Adventures, episode number 91. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, alongside the world champion, Joe. What's up, Joe?
You can tell them what episode we're going to watch?
Yeah, I do that after we ban her.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
We ban her for a little bit.
I don't
do the
remember.
episode, who wrote and directed it.
I'm hungry. I'm tired. They don't matter. Joe Hungy.
Joe's withering away.
I am just wasting away over here. That's a Casper joke. That's what I always do that for. Do you remember that?
Casper the Ghost?
Casper, the live-action Casper.
Yep.
With Christina Ricci.
Mm-hmm.
And there was the fat ghost. And he goes, he would go, I'm wasting away over here. That's why I always do it.
That's been forever. The last time I watched that movie, it was on VHS. That's how long it's been since I watched that movie.
I believe I can say the same. Maybe. Oh, it was. So this is what a good mood I was in this holiday season past. I don't even know when this is coming out, but 2020.
February-ish.
2020. Remember 2020, guys? Remember how crazy 2020 was? Oh man, if so much shit happens in January, it's gonna be funny to listen to.
And then Super COVID hit.
Yep. With ice spiders. But no, in the holiday season, I usually have a tradition of there's certain things I will watch because they make me happy. I was so fucking just miserable. I didn't watch anything. I watched 0 holiday movies. I watched Letterkenny and I watched other shit, but I did not watch one single Christmas holiday movie.
I watched 2, and that's more than I ever did because I actually had a hankering for Home Alone.
Okay.
And I
keep going back and forth on that. I keep thinking I want to watch it, and then usually by the time I'm ready to watch it, Disney Plus has pulled it off.
Well, we did it, and the boys were home, so I'm like, okay, we'll watch it with them. They could check it out.
Yeah.
And it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's it is what it is. And then I watched Die Hard,
which is not a Christmas movie.
Oh, fuck off!
It is a Yule movie. Because the original writer is Norwegian. And it's a Yule movie.
It's a goddamn Christmas movie. You're all wrong. So we're about to watch... Oh, go ahead.
I think it was a meme where it went, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, why doesn't John McClane marry Hans Gruber at the end? Because the Hallmark Christmas movies, that's what they all are.
Oh, okay.
That's what they all are. If somebody comes to the city and shows a good time and they get married at the end. That's the joke.
Okay. The only Hallmark movie I've watched recently is Recipes for Seduction, which was actually a feature.
That was a Lifetime film.
Oh, well. Okay.
No,
yep.
Completely different.
No, the same thing.
No, Lifetime doesn't go super Christian. Last I checked, Hallmark is all about that Jesus.
Oh,
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
I got Dana to outwardly just break down laughing in the middle of the store because she said something, and I just looked her right in the eye. I said, "You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to Jesus."
I was going to show you this off air, but I don't care now. This is what Vinci got me for Christmas, which I think is really funny because we remember when Matt Berry had those giant fucking D6.
Yeah.
We all hated them.
Yeah.
I'm like, why'd you get me a big set of dice?
So somebody made.
I just love this box though.
The box is cool. Dice are cool. I use the dice for display. I wouldn't use them in.
Oh, if we actually RPG, I will, because I have a dice tray, so I can use them in that. But I will use them just to be obnoxious.
For anyone listening, because this is an audio show, it's giant, what are they, Elvish?
No, it's
Celtic.
Elder ones. It's ancient. It's Elder gods.
Okay, dice, but they're big.
Yeah.
And they're in a really cool wooden box.
box.
Somebody online made a dice holder that perfectly fit D&D dice, and it was a sword.
Oh yeah. Well, I think I saw the hammer one.
So you take the hilt off.
I've seen the hammer one too. That's similar design.
Yeah, you take the hilt off, and then the dice can come out.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, somebody, I think, maybe I'm thinking of the sword. I don't know. People do all kinds of cool shit online now. I appreciate it.
Which I told Dana, said, I would want this if I played RPGs ever anymore.
That's what I said to Favinsky when I said, thank you for the dice. We should play RPGs so I can use them.
Because then I could walk into the RPG with my sword because I have a satchel bag with all my books in it, and carrying the Beyonder, because that's my dice bag is a Beyonder, so I put all my dice in it.
Oh, okay. I have a drinking horn I started wearing because I was a Viking. So
when we were doing a Vikings RPG for a while, I came this close to buying a drinking helmet, like a beer helmet, that had horns on it to wear while we were playing. Yeah. But then that died out because of course RPGs.
Yeah. If improv can't make it, I don't know why we think RPGs can.
It's so depressing because I love playing them. So yeah, we're going to watch episode 5 of not Batman animated series, but the new Batman Adventures, titled "You Scratch My Back." This is written by Hilary S. Barter.
Oh, her again.
And directed by Butch Lukic.
Ooh, Butch. I missed the title cards too.
That was the first depressing thing that happened when I watched the first episode. It was like, there's no title card.
The second was Nightwing's mullet.
The second was just Nightwing. No, I always rag on Nightwing, and it's because I don't really care. And he was a generation before me. Okay. That's what it was.
Okay.
The people who grew up with that are really into Nightwing, and I get it. But he's just kind of like, okay, it's Batman light. Yeah.
Well, and I don't like in this one, spoiler alert, if you're actually trying to watch the episode with us, bless you, is that he like literally flies. He has the fucking squirrel wings and literally flies, and it's like, I get it as a, like, you know, what do I want to say? I want to say coasting, but not coasting. But, like, gliding is a gliding thing. I get it as a gliding thing. But, like, he flies.
So, speaking of which, by the time this comes out, we'll be far enough away where nobody cares about anyone's opinion on this movie anymore. But in Wonder Woman 84... Okay. This isn't really opinion, it's just a moment that happens. So they do this whole sequence where where Steve Trevor flies. He talks about, like, all flying is wind and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That entire sequence happens so that later on, when Diana is, like, somehow using her lasso to fucking grab on the clouds and lightning bolts to fucking travel from place to place.
His magic.
She discovers how to make herself fly in that moment. And it's literally, because you'll love it, Jeff Johns is one of the writers in the screenplay.
Of course.
It's literally them recreating the Donner Superman moment. Because she's literally like sitting there and putting her fist out and doing all this stuff.
Yep. That's what it is.
And that's what him flying around reminded me of.
A whole new world. I think Wonder Woman's reaching the point where I can't watch it now. Because if I don't watch it, I don't have to have an opinion about it. This is a funny moment. I'll give him that. Where it's like, Dick wants to be a man. Dick can be a man. Can I go? Because I'll go.
You went that
way. You said you wanted to be a man. I hate the Catwoman redesign.
We've shit on a lot of the redesigns, rightfully so. This makes all the rest of the redesigns look good.
Yes.
It's so fucking bad. And I think the biggest sin of the redesign is the fact that underneath that she's got that gray skin just like Poison Ivy. Where at least with Poison Ivy, you could push me to the point where it's like, okay, she's mutated, she's got powers, maybe something happened. Catwoman's just some chick, like...
Well, but you see her as Selena Kyle. She doesn't have gray skin.
Oh, do we later on?
Yes. Because this is where they also changed Selena from a blonde to a brunette.
Oh, that's right.
Because they changed her from Batman Returns to comic. I don't know, and that's why it annoys me. Because they literally... her and Dick and Bruce both go visit her. And she's Selena Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks normal. Except she has black hair and she has like a pixie cut. Then she puts on the Catwoman outfit and she has a pale mouth.
Yeah, that's weird. Do I say something? I was wrong about something. So when the wheels in this show move, it looks like there's no rim.
Okay.
So I was, in my head, the way it looks as if that's just connected to nothing and the wheels are just, like, watch.
Yeah.
They're not going to show it now.
No, they're just going to shoot up Barbara's skirt.
I mean, yeah, like that, right there.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm just like, so they went with a futuristic design where there's no rim.
Yeah.
I get what they're doing, but it's dumb. It's still dumb, but at least when I saw the last 2 times the vehicle was sitting, there was actually rims that they put there. So I was wrong about that, and I want to say that.
Well, it's the whole thing of, like, you remember Batman Forever, the Batmobile and Batman Forever?
Yeah.
And I actually, because I was super into Batman and I was that age, and they put out, like, a magazine all about, like, or it might have been Batman and Robin, I think it was Batman Forever, that they wanted the bat symbols not to rotate when the wheels on the Batmobile did, and like how much money and time they spent to make a rim that would not move while the wheels still did. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, why? No one cares. Like, but yeah, no, she went from having an interesting design.
Yeah.
Because it was gray and black. It wasn't the most complicated design, but it was, at least there was contrast to just being a fucking shadow.
Yeah. Well, at least the old design, simple, yes, blah, 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 blah. But
even Nightwing,
we remember that, like, everybody knows that design.
Yeah.
That's when people think Catwoman, I guarantee you a majority of people go back to that Catwoman.
Sure.
And I know there's going to be a generation that goes back to Purple Catwoman and all this other stuff. Yeah. But that's the one that I think sticks out the most to people. Where this is just like, okay.
But Nightwing, he's a shadow with a bird.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... And I don't think that suit ever existed. That Nightwing suit.
I mean, it's pretty similar to his regular, isn't it?
I mean, maybe now, after... But at the time... Let me see. I mean, the original one is obviously Ugly as Sin.
Oh, see, Disco Robin? Or
yeah.
Nightwing? Yeah, so... Married Before Christmas.
Yep. I don't want the original, but I want the comic, at least, maybe?
I mean, because that's what it is now.
Right,
which is very similar. This. Yeah, it's after this, but... So that's what I think of when I think of Nightwing. So that's why it doesn't...
Oh, there we go. Hold on. Come on, Mary Sue. Show me some shit.
Yeah, because there's Disco.
Yeah, because I think at the time this came out, I think that would have been his costume, was with the yellow. And then after this, or maybe coinciding with this, is when he went to the black and blue.
Okay.
And then they went just dual, monochromatic.
On the red, that's even... Is that Dick, or is that when Damian took him?
No, that was Dick. Dick had the red at one point.
Okay. Yeah, because they've added flares of more to it. Like, look, it's got a belt now.
But also, and that's where sometimes it's more of a blue. It's more of a dark blue on blue. It's a light blue on a dark blue. So it's not just a fucking shadow.
But they went with very solid colors in this show, especially for costumes. So it's like,
because they simplified everything.
Yeah.
And I don't think it worked. I don't think it was. I think it was the right move. Like, looking back back in hindsight being 2020.
And with Nightwing, like, okay, other than if you took the mullet away, because I don't understand why they went with the mullet, but if you took the mullet away, the costume's fine. Like, for what they're trying to do, the costume's fine. Batman costume's fine. They simplified it to a point. Same with
but Batman at least has 2 colors, black and gray.
Same with Batgirl. But fucking Catwoman, like, it's literally just black and she has cat ears.
Right. She's just a shadow.
Yeah.
She could be Shadow Thief.
That's So, everybody out there, if if you hate that we're just shitting on this constantly, let me know.
Yeah. Let's both know.
Get to me on Twitter.
You don't have to be mean to us. Just like genuinely express to us, like, this is not enjoyable, guys.
Because there is a conversation going on off air about whether we keep doing this show or not, because we both obviously do not like it.
Right. And if you do, cool. Like, we don't.
Yeah.
We're not going to fight you. It's fine. But it's just... Like, that's what I was going to say to you, too. Watching these episodes was the first time I understood people who got mad about the New 52. This was the first time.
Okay.
Where I'm like, you know what? I get it now. Because you took something I fucking loved and you ruined it. You took all the good parts and left all the bad parts and then doubled them. Yeah, there's Selena. She ain't pale.
That's weird.
What she's wearing right now is a better costume than her fucking Catwoman costume.
Yeah. So... Well, this is all kinds of fuckery. This has New Adventures as Season 4 of Batman the Animated Series.
Well, this is Volume 4.
It's Volume 4, but if you look at the... Because I'm watching the disc that you gave me.
Yeah.
It's a Season 3, which is its own fuckery.
Right. Well, like I said, that's where, yeah.
So... Jesus.
His fucking mullet only makes it worse, too.
Dark Knight doesn't hit till the end of the season.
Yeah, I know. Until I said we're going to skip to it if it happens. I know where it is.
Let us know what you think. Seriously, everybody out there, if you're listening, let us know. If no one says anything, we'll keep doing it, shitting on it.
Yeah.
But it's,
I still don't, it bothers me too they made her a brunette. Because I think it's the same voice actress. Maybe not, but in my, mentally, it sounded like it was.
Yeah.
Like there, okay. You got a yellow belt, you got yellow gloves. Like, you could have at least given him, a belt. Or, blue, something.
Like I said, maybe it's going back, because when I think, that's basically the costume I think of. I mean, it's more intricate in the comics, but still, it's basically all there. Because the only thing he doesn't have here that he has in the comics are the fucking 2 nightsticks.
Right. But it's also... Things are shaded differently in comics.
Well...
So he doesn't look like... Even though he's wearing black with a blue bird, he doesn't look like black with a blue bird.
And it's also what we said before. They're
they're
going for more simplifying, where a majority of the time, a comic artist is going to put more into it than just this.
Right.
So that's why I say, for what they're doing, for what their plan was going in, that it works for me. I mean, I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying...
It makes sense why they made that choice. I just think it was the wrong choice.
Yeah. And Isis is back.
She didn't call her Isis, though.
Oh, they didn't?
I don't think so. Maybe. Again, how much was I paying attention to this fucking... I mean, you ruined the Batmobile. Possibly one of the greatest, even though most ridiculous designs of the Batmobile. And you just make it into a roadster. And then Nightwing flies, which is ridiculous.
Well, it's because in the animated series, Bruce lost the Studebaker, so he wanted to make it... Fucking Studebaker.
Oh.
Da-na-na-na-na.
She crawls on all fours and he walks it like a tightrope because he was in the circus.
It's true.
This haze is adding more detail. Oh, fuck me.
I do like this.
It's easy.
It's a cat, yeah.
That rat has more detail than either of their costumes. More time was spent animating that rat than either of them. Now I'm going to put his suit on.
The defense... the defense I'll give for that is... I can't give that because I don't know how much Nightwing shows up. I was going to say you have to do them more than you do the rat, but... I mean, that is true, because I'm assuming Nightwing shows up at least one more time, and Catwoman shows up at least one more time.
At least one more time. Probably. It'd be funny if they don't. Or at least if Catwoman doesn't show up again. Then it's like, okay, what's your excuse now, motherfucker?
Yeah,
He's gonna kill Robin. It is definitely weird. This is now like the second episode in a row where we've gotten Batman and Batgirl, no Robin. Yeah. So you introduce a new character, and then it's Batgirl all over again. You introduce a new character, and then don't use them. This was weird at first too.
I also think it's funny because now I'm thinking, how many of these warehouses are in Gotham full of just like random artifacts and giant things?
But what made at first I'm like, why is she breaking shit? And then when it's like that, I'm like, oh, so she was trying to get rupees. Okay, I get it now.
What makes that better is this is happening before that joke's a thing.
But not before smashing things to get rupees was a thing. Because the Zelda games had been out.
They've been out.
It just wasn't a meme yet.
It wasn't a joke yet.
And she just trying to jump on anybody's dick, apparently. That was weird.
Yeah. Bitch gotta get her money.
Here's the weirder thing. So the last episode of the good Batman cartoon was Batgirl trusting Catwoman and Dick telling her not to, and then getting burned for it. And now we have Dick kind of trusting Catwoman.
Well, it's a ruse the whole time.
Is it the whole time? I don't know. I mean, I know that's kind of what they go for. But, yeah, you were playing me, and it's like, yeah, whatever. I don't buy it. Mullet to the rescue.
The mullet is what bugs me. More than anything else. I would give you everything
Especially because
else.
the Superman cartoon was coming out at this time, and they did not give him the mullet in that.
Which, good, because don't give them mullets.
Yeah, I don't know.
Although there's a joke in Death Metal where, because Superman has long hair now again.
Great.
There's a joke in there about the last time Superman had long hair, it went bad for him. Sweep kick.
Sweep the leg. I never noticed there's actually Catwoman. They actually animated Catwoman in the shadows behind a crate.
And this guy with his hook hand.
Ubu with a fucking hook. He's all yours. Get it? It's a callback. I'll fight you with one hand tied behind my back. Inapprops.
Yeah, it's very insensitive, Bruce.
The move! I'm counting it.
Fragile.
I'm counting it. That's the move. I'm counting it.
Okay. I'll give it to you. I will.
I'll give it to you. Jesus Christ. Bruce just gets his ass kicked all the fucking time. That's the first thing they teach you in hook school. You don't lead with the hook. Ah! That's cold-blooded, because that's his fucking hand. And he's dead. That was the one that really pissed me off.
Yeah, because there's no,
He's just dead. And then they do the gag of, boof. It's not Dragon Ball Z. He is not Nappa.
At least in the old cartoon, they tried to excuse, he fell off and they grabbed him, and we joked around, no, that dude's dead. But this, legitimately, that guy is fucking dead.
I'm gonna fly like an eagle to the sea.
I love this. The thing's glowing.
It's just he's gaining on a boat. He is not gliding. He is flying with a rocket pack up his ass, apparently.
Yeah. Well, let's see. He puts his hands down and he goes faster. It's...
Want to wrestle?
We should probably get the fuck out of here, Catwoman.
Hey.
Can you feel my hard dick?
It's not frozen.
Grace.
If I told you I had a hard dick, could I hold it against you?
And it's the end of Titanic.
Batgirl rolls up. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, got a Catwoman here.
Again, it's a 2-seater. And that's how the episode ends. This fucking trash. This is fucking trash. This is why it lasted 1 season.
Yeah.
What? You looked it up, what was it, 20 episodes, basically?
I think it'd be 24 episodes.
Sure.
Which standard season.
Sure.
Which, so I could see it lasted 1 season because it's Batman.
Right. Well, and they probably just did the initial order of 24.
Yeah. Well, because, they did animated series, and then they went and did Superman.
Right.
And then, like, well, we want our Batman, let's just, 24, let's do it, bam. And then that's got to be around, so somewhere near the middle of this, they're probably like, this is, we got to do something different.
Yeah.
And that's probably when they were like, what if we do Teenage Batman?
Oh, yeah.
And that's where Beyond comes from. Yeah, so...
I was just looking to see if it said anything about Nora.
Sweep into action and desperate race against the clock.
It's risky Batgirl, that's all.
But I can't... Because when does Arnold...
Oh my god, I didn't realize that's who voices Bullock. Or at least that's who voices Bullock here. I'm going to have to look on the main thing now.
That's hilarious.
Because that's perfection.
Because when does Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze happen? Is that
around this time? I think this was probably put out. If I remember correctly, I'm thinking.
Well, because I'm pretty sure this was made to be.
That's what I mean. It was a tie. It was
But I can't remember if this was after the animated series or not.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yes, pretty sure.
So this is probably during Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so, it's actually when the New Adventures happens. Yeah. So Batman and Robin was 97. And this was 98.
So probably during that, they were like, well, why don't we just do a straight-to-DVD?
Do an animated, yeah.
Which, if anyone ever buys the other comic
No, you're reversing it. The New Adventures of Batman is the Dick Clark. Not Dick Clark. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm doing the new Batman Adventures.
Hold on. Because it's the new... I think is it the New Adventures of Batman? I mean, whatever. It doesn't actually matter.
The new Batman Adventures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what was fucking with my head. Is I wanted to call it the New Adventures of Batman and Robin.
I got you. Okay.
So...
now that we're all caught up and understand what's happening...
Where can we find you on the internet?
JoePank.com, GoePanc.com. Jesus. My Twitch is on there. All kinds of shit's on there. You can also go to enjoyyourfrozendick.com to get your official new Bat Friends Adventures merchandise, which I'm probably not going to do, actually, because I fucking hate this version of the show. Or it's just, I'll make it a steaming pile of shit, and it'll just say the new Bat Friends Adventures.
Just please do that. I will buy that shirt.
You can also follow me on Twitter at Cthulhu Holmes or Joe Pank. Both will get you there. You can follow me on Instagram. Oh, I do have the first season of Superman for free for some reason, I guess. Oh, yeah, because I think I got it with some... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait, I had... What? Never mind, whatever. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Just having complete conversations. Follow me on Instagram at JoePank36. And as always, if you want my other show, Joe Meets World, a Boy Meets World podcast for now, you can look it up on your podcatchers, or you can go to patreon.com/JoePank, where you can get it uncut and unedited up to 3 days early for as little as $2 a month.
You can find me at Fortress Chris on the Twitter, and Robert Castan Costanzo is Harvey Bullock, everybody. That's what Joe is yesing about. So yeah, I'm going to restart. Fortress Chris on Twitter, chrisrunt.com, fortresscomicnews.com. Everything I do is right there on that handy website. And if you want to go that extra mile, the patreon.com/fortresscomics, recently retitled, you could get this very show 3 days early before everybody else. Be special and do that. And remember to 5 stars on the podcatcher or whatever rating systems they use. And like, subscribe, share, comment down below on the YouTube. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
We need to watch for better or worse, because it has Harvey Bullock and George Costanza in it. So it has Robert Costanzo and George Costanza.
I'm okay with this idea.